Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hello and welcome to On Deck, brought to you by Coast to Coast Network, or Entertainment Network. I'm sorry, I forgot the entertainment part. Sorry for the lateness of our show. I had a family outing, but took a little longer than I thought. So I'm glad you guys will be joining us tonight. Hopefully, Chris, thank you for staying up late. How you doing today, Chris?
Doing good. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing okay. Spent today, I guess, kind of celebrate my son's birthday at the fair today with my wife and mother-in-law. So saw some shows and took a little longer than or different times and stuff. So we wanted to get that all in. So
right.
I got already Isaiah checking in. What's up, fellas? Wish I could be on today, but out with family. Hey, I know what that means, man.
Mm-hmm.
Tim has other commitments right now, so he'll be joining us down the road sometime, hopefully. So, so Chris, what happened in the baseball world on your favorite team since we last chatted? What's going on with the Rangers?
I know they're still losing. I think, speaking of Tim, they were playing Seattle for a few games.
Yep, they're playing Seattle right now.
Yeah.
Bottom of 9-3-1, Seattle is up.
That's no big.
Yeah. Huh? No, that's 3-1, bottom 9, 1 out. At least that's what I got on ESPN. The game could possibly be over now. Who knows? So.
Well, I mean, either way, even if it's still going on, it's still over.
Yeah.
I mean, unless the Rangers can quickly catch up, which I don't see that happening. But yeah, I don't. It's not a big surprise that they're losing.
Yeah, no, I get it. I just it's struggling. I mean, I feel it here with the Minnesota Twins. It's just tough to watch. You know, I love baseball. I grew up watching it. It's hard for me to muster up watching any Twins games. I just it's hard to root for them. I want them to do good, but I mean they're 20-some games out, I think, or 17 games out, battling to stay out of last place with the Rangers or the Royals. So it's one of those things where it's tough. Actually, tomorrow, for my son's birthday, we bought him tickets to go to the AAA St. Paul Saints game. So that'll be my first baseball action this year. So got front row seats. I'll try to take some videos and we can share them next week or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I love going to the AAA team. The Saints, a lot of fan interaction with the players, and you know, actually tomorrow we'll be sitting front row on the first base side. So I'm going to enjoy that. Yeah. So
yeah, a lot of those minor league games are kind of. I wouldn't say amateur, but you know, stuff like that.
Well, they actually used to be like a semi-pro team, and now this year they realigned, and the Twins purchased or got in contract negotiations, or I don't know how it went, but the Saints are now the official AAA ball club. They used to be out of Rochester, New York, I believe. So, but yeah.
But yeah, those smaller league teams they have more fan interactions.
Yeah, no, it's definitely nice. I like it. So I got a couple questions here. James, hopefully I pronounced your name right. Did you watch you all watch Field of Dream game? I caught the highlights. I did not watch it. I was at work. We've talked about it, Chris. You got any more to say on it, or
well, because of the popularity of it. One, they're going to make another one next year. Yep. Cubs and Cincinnati Reds are going to be in it, but they also are going to make I guess, Field of Dreams TV show that's going to be on the Peacock network.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not hear that. Okay, cool.
And I don't know when it's going to be, but I
Okay.
heard it's going to be on it. So, I mean, I hope that they keep the storyline similar or kind of pick up where they left off. But
Yeah, it's one of those things where Field of Dreams was made back in the day, and now if they do make a TV show, where are they going to go? How's it going to be? For the game itself, from the highlights I saw from the opening to the closing, it was magical. I mean,
yeah,
they did it right. I mean, Kevin Costner coming out and then getting to like left or short right field, I think it was, by second base, and then the players like pretty much magically appeared. I don't know how they did that, or if it was just the way they walked out and coming out of the corner. I thought it was phenomenal. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of got choked up watching
I
that
did
part,
see that.
you know.
That was
And
kinda
then
cool.
watching the games, and they kept showing the original ball field in the house. Again, kind of got choked up again with that. And then the ending. I don't think you could have wrote a better ending to a baseball game than bottom of the ninth. And well, I guess anybody would have loved to hit the home run, but Tim Anderson got it, hit the home run, gets interviewed, and said he's never watched the movie. So I'm just like, wow, being a baseball fan, that's kind of hard to believe that you haven't watched a classic like that. What do you think about that, Chris?
I thought that was interesting. Either that or, when you said I never seen it,
Yeah,
you had what, a year?
yeah,
'Cause this game was going to be last year, but they
yep.
canceled it for COVID. So I mean, you had a year to watch it leading up to this game. I mean,
Yeah, I
maybe
don't
he
know
was
how you grow up
busy.
not watching it.
Right.
Unless you're Randy Cox, I guess. I
Even
I
if
don't
you're
know.
not a baseball fan, I think
Yeah,
people saw it
yeah.
because maybe they
So
like Kevin Costner.
yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. Phil James. Now why James, another comment here. Now why you guys got to bring up my boys in blue? I talk about the Royals. I'm a Twins fan there, Palmer. So I mean I'm battling with your Royals to stay out of last place. So, hopefully, best to whichever team stays out of last place, I guess, between me and you. So
He also says he loves
yeah.
his Royals during good times and bad
Oh yeah, I mean,
in the Astros.
trust me, I love my baseball team. Probably good or bad, it's just hard to be there, when expectations were high and then they just kind of just laid an egg. I mean, trust me, nobody's ever gonna talk me out of not loving baseball. So grew up. That's my sport. So all right, honestly, never seen the movie until the other night. Hey, there's a few people out there that haven't seen it. So, I mean, what did you think of it, Tim or James? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, what did you honestly think of it? So, let us know. I know they're allowed people to stay in the house. Wow, 700 a night. That'd be kind of interesting. 700 a night for. I don't know if I could do that as much as I love that movie. I don't know. I don't know if I could spend that to stay in that house. So
That seems like a lot
as
of
soon
money.
as Cosner asked if this was heaven, what was it? He teared up. Yeah, teary eyed. No, you're right. Is this heaven, or is And then of course the final part of that is no. This is Iowa. So yeah, it was definitely a big movie. I loved it. The game itself. Now, Chris, you brought up that they're going to make a second game or have a second game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to have that pop like it did this time. I know there's been a lot of talk on Facebook, at least on my Facebook page. People asking, should this be an every year game, or should this be like an all-star game type feeling, or maybe do a old timers game there? I don't know.
I think it should be something memorable. Like, let me see when Field of Dreams came out, because you could do like an anniversary game.
Yeah. No, I think it definitely needs to be. I mean, God, it's tough. I mean,
So it came out in '89.
yeah, 89. So, they could do another one probably, 2029 maybe, but
Yeah.
we'll see where it goes. I mean, the second game's probably going to have definitely a different feel to it. I mean, it'll still be kind of cool, but, you know, speaking of, can we acknowledge that, like Sam Elliott, that Kevin Costner doesn't age? Yeah, I do got to say, you're right. Sam Elliott and Kevin Costner, there's a few others that don't seem like they can age. I don't know. Is
Oh.
something in the money they're making or something they're drinking? I don't know, but I kind of
What's
hope I
their
look.
secret? Whatever their
Yeah,
secret is, I would like to know.
yeah, because I definitely would like to look good like that back when I'm that age.
Mhm.
I was thinking use the game as All Star. I
Yeah.
think that would be phenomenal. All Star game. They would definitely have to build more seats out in the cornfield, so you would definitely lose the cornfield aspect of it. Maybe they could do a All Star Futures game there where they take the AAA All Stars and AA All Stars and maybe play there.
Kind of
But
like what they did with, or similar to like what they did with the WNBA. They took like Team USA,
yeah,
put them up against, all stars.
yeah. I just if they wanted to do the All Star game and they wanted to do the MLB All Star game, they would have to add a lot more seats to that. So,
Hmm.
but we'll see where that goes. So let's run down some scores here, Chris. Let's see here. Oh, my ESPN page is loaded, so give me a second. All right. So let's see. Any finals right now? So it looks like we had some finals today. Boston and Yankees played a double dip today. It looks like the Yankees took both games, 5-3, and then 2-0. Nationals beat the Blue Jays 12-6. Angels beat the Tigers 8-2. Braves beat the Marlins 2-0. I'm going to check that box score because I wonder if my favorite new pitcher pitched for the Braves today. Oh, and he
Who
did,
would that be?
and that would be Will Smith. I just was
Oh,
wondering what his stat was today because I know we got a couple guys, actually 3 people on this network
yeah.
that don't care for Will Smith too much. But it looks
What do
like he
you
had a
think of
pretty
Will
good
Smith?
game. It looks like he had a pretty good game. 1 inning, 11 total pitches, 9 strikes. So he did okay today. So I hope those Braves fans are happy.
The question is, were they leading though?
Oh yeah, they're leading. You don't bring in the closer. It was 2-0, so they were leading. So the Rays over Baltimore 10-0. You might as well just scrap up Baltimore and
Put him in the trash?
put them in the trash or
Theoretically.
ask the fans to play. I don't know because they ain't going nowhere. Oh, the Cubs finally won. The Cubs beat
Yay.
Cincinnati 2-1. Brewers beat the Cardinals 2-0. Mariners beat the Rangers. Sorry, Chris, 3-1. The Royals beat the Astros 3-1, and the White Sox humiliated the Athletics 9-0. Games going on right now. Looks like the Twins game just went final 3-1. So what do you do? Twins lost. Go figure. Padres. Whoa, here. I'm sorry. Padres are losing to the Rockies. Bottom of 7th or top of 8th now, 7-3. Wow.
Oh,
Diamondbacks and Phillies are tied 1-1. The Giants are beating the Mets 2-0. And bottom of 3, Pirates and the Dodgers are deadlocked at 0 right now. So got a few games going on right now. So looking at the standings, we'll start at the American League East right now. Tampa Bay's kind of sneaking away with it right now, up 5 games. Ahead of Boston and New York. Toronto, Baltimore, I would say the season's over. Baltimore is kind of in a free fall right now. And Boston's kind of hanging around there. But Toronto's at 9 back. So their season's going According to ESPN, Toronto has a 29% chance of making the playoffs right now. So
Better than 0, I guess.
yeah, that's 29 points better than 0. So
Yeah.
So in the Central, we got the Sox. Division's wrapped up. I'm sorry. Cleveland's 11.5. Detroit's 12.5. Minnesota's 16.5. And Kansas City's 18.5. That might have changed. I don't know how this is updated yet.
No, well, I got the same thing.
Yeah. So Chicago's 99.9% chance of making the playoffs.
Yeah, that's technically
That-
100%.
yeah.
So
Cleveland, they're holding hope. They got a 0.1% chance of making the playoffs, so they're holding hope there.
slim.
In the West, we got Houston, 2.5 above Oakland. Seattle, 6.5. Anaheim Los Angeles, Anaheim, whatever they're called. I keep forgetting their name. The Angels are 11 back, and Texas is 28 back. So, looking at that, Houston's pretty much a wrap to make the playoffs. Oakland's at 44.6%, 1.3 for Tim's Seattle Mariners, and Anaheim's got that 0.1% of making the playoffs.
And then Texas has 0.
Yeah, Texas has 0. So,
Maybe-
right now,
maybe
I mean,
0.1%, but
yeah. Right now, I kind of would say that the American League's probably locked up the playoff
your
positions.
three
I
teams,
mean,
yeah.
with those ratings, I mean, I don't see. Let's see here. Let's go to the wild card standings.
We know your division. Your
Yeah,
divisions are locked
well,
up.
except for the West. I mean, there's still 2.5
Uh-huh.
back, but
Okay, so 2 teams.
yeah.
Are
So
pretty
right
much
now
locked.
you have Toronto and Seattle 4 back. The Anaheim, the Angels are 8 back, 8.5. So right now, the only 2 teams I think even have a remote chance of making it, if they were to get hot, would be Toronto and Seattle. I think everybody else. I think American League's pretty much done for. I mean, yeah, Tampa Bay might. Let's see, Tampa Bay was 5 up, so I mean, I know we've seen collapses before, and the Yankees are hot right now. So I think that might be a battle there. Like I said, the White Sox, that division's locked up. I mean, that's
Yeah.
I wouldn't even put money on Chicago not to win that division. I mean, so now moving on to the East, this is getting kind of interesting over here for the NL. The Braves are 2 up on Philly. The Mets are 4 back. Washington is 12.5, and Miami is 13 back. Playoff chances. They're given almost a 60% chance for Atlanta to make the playoffs. 38.4 for Philly and 11.3 for the Mets.
Not
Mets
bad.
are free falling. I wish I had that song right now queued up because that's Dirk. I'm sorry. Mets are free falling.
Adam is saying Will Smith actually had a 1-2-3 inning today. Wow, I am shocked.
You see, that's you can't doubt Will Smith, man. The guy can rap, the guy can hit, the guy can catch, he can pitch.
Guy can rap.
And I actually think he played football too. I think there was a Will Smith football player. So
Yeah, I think there was.
hey, you know,
He's also a good actor too.
yeah, exactly. He can act too. Will Smith can do it all. He's worth every little penny.
Exactly.
So, moving on to the Central, the Brewers are up there, almost got it locked. I mean, Cincinnati's 8.5 back. St. Louis 11. The Cubs, another team that sold everything and free falling, 21 back, and Pittsburgh 30.5 back. So, Milwaukee's almost a lock to get in. Cincinnati 35.9% to get in. And then the Cardinals 7.5. And then the mighty West, we'll call it. Who would have thought the San Francisco Giants would be up there this year? So they're 4 up on the Dodgers, 11 up on the Padres, Colorado 24 back, and the Arizona Diamondbacks 39.5 back. Right now, they have the Giants and Dodgers both at 99.9% chance of making the playoffs, and San Diego at 51%. So again, we're starting to see the brackets line up, and teams starting to get their positioning. So
Who's your biggest surprise? Because Adam's saying that the Brewers are his biggest surprise.
for the good, I would say San Francisco is probably my biggest surprise. And for a team that has surprised me disappointingly, this is going to be a homer
Minnesota.
take. Is Minnesota? I ain't gonna lie.
I think
And
I think everybody would agree on their like home team picks if they're not doing too well.
if
They would probably
Minnesota,
agree with that.
but the thing is typically when it comes to Minnesota sports, I'm like, yeah, whatever. But everybody was so on Minnesota this year. I mean, it was either Minnesota or the White Sox was going to battle.
Right.
A few of them, I would say probably beginning of the year, I would say it was probably a 40-60 split in the Central on White Sox Twins. Twins being the 40%, White Sox being 60. And even some of those guys thought the Twins would have enough firepower to make a World Series run. So I'm not doing it just because I'm a homer, but I really thought that we had something, and we might, who knows? Adams writing in, and
Yeah.
the Twins are probably the biggest disappointment. There's no doubt about that. I don't know another team right now that would be a bigger disappointment. I mean, you could say
Arizona.
Sandy. Well, Arizona was expected to not be good, but like teams that were expected to be good, like San Diego, but they're battling some injuries. I mean, it's tough. It's one of those things where it's just you can't really explain it.
Right.
So with that being said, okay. Well, it looks like just read some stories here. If anybody's got some news that I might have missed, Blue Jay Springer. It looks like he's going to land on the DL for the third time. Speaking of, I guess people out for the season.
Mhm.
Chris Davis of Baltimore announced his retirement last week, and he's got the nice Bobby Bonilla treatment contract.
Oh yeah.
So, what do you think on that, Chris? I mean,
Ooh.
who obviously wins in this deal? Is it the team that wins the deal because they don't have to put up with the guy, or is it the guy that gets the contract until he's 51? I mean, who
I-
wins in this deal?
I would.
Or do the fans do? I mean,
I would say Chris Davis wins in this situation, or whoever gets the biggest contract, I guess, because you can just sit on that money. You could do what you want with
yeah, no doubt. I
it,
was having. Go ahead, keep going.
and you don't have. It's like I'm not going to work today.
Yeah,
Not. No, I got all this money coming in. It's good.
yeah. It's just weird. I mean, it's just one of those
It's
things.
weird.
I had a conversation with my a coworker of mine, and we're talking about this, and he thinks the team wins, and I don't know how I don't know how the team wins, and he kind of they don't have to pay it all up front. I'm like, but he still is getting $23 million next year to do nothing. And then after that, I think for 2 years it's like 9 point some million. And then after that, I think it drops in half to almost half to 5. And then after that, 3. And then I think the final like 7 years, because he's getting paid until 2037 or something, he'll be 51. And he's getting just under $2 million. I don't know how anybody can say that the team wins in this deal, unless he's a big head case in the locker room. I mean, granted, his bat wasn't that good this year, and I mean, his bat hasn't been good since he signed the big contract. But I don't know if anybody thinks if the team won this deal, please enlighten me. Teach me on how you guys think the team won this deal, because to me
I,
and to Chris, I think it's the player that won. I mean,
And I like to know how he did that.
yes,
'Cause
I mean, just like
I
Bobby
would like
Bonilla.
to be in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. I mean, how do you go up to your employer and be like, "Hey, I'm going to be done, but yet
Mhm.
I want to be paid until I'm 51." I mean, granted, our jobs aren't guaranteed. The contract.
Yeah.
I mean, who would like that? I know, Adam. I know you're big up in your company, manager, but I mean, what would you say if somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, I'm going to quit, but I still want to get paid. Let's negotiate a contract."
I,
I
I
think a lot of
think
people would be shut the door.
I think depending on like how stable your company or place of business, you might go bankrupt.
Yeah,
Honestly.
exactly. I mean, so yeah, I pulled up the deal here. So he gets 23 million next year,
Hmm.
and then 9.16 million annually from 2023 to 2025. So 2 years there. And then 2026 to 2032, he gets 3.5 million a year. And then 1.4 from 2033 to 2037, which will be 51. So not a lot. Now that we have Bobby Bonilla Day, we're gonna have a Chris Davis Day, and
And
you know
wasn't
who?
that like on the 14th or something?
Yeah, but
If you want to mark it.
yeah, I don't know if that's when they're actually gonna pay it. I was looking to see if they actually had a target date on here. Um, but yeah, as of right now, I think it's gonna be like August 14th, unless more details come out on this. I mean, he
Oh, okay.
retired because he wasn't getting healthy. So I mean,
Understood.
props to him. But man, I would love to be in the boardroom and listen to some of these deals get worked out and be like, how did you guys negotiate that one?
Yeah.
So
Um,
go ahead.
speaking of healthy, uh, Adam's talking about Clint Frazier probably won't ever play again because
Oh,
of an eye injury, according to sources. I did see some of those.
okay,
Uh, I'm looking into it, but I guess he had some kind of eye issue with his eye or his vision, and
okay.
the Yankees aren't certain about when his return, if any.
Yeah, when it comes to eye injuries, that's a tough one to battle back from. So hopes and prayers out to him. Hopefully he gets to keep playing the game that he loves. But we'll see. I
Mhm.
mean, we want the best for him. So moving on
Yeah.
to certain people. One in particular, Cabrera from Detroit. He uh, is this the career? 49 hits away from 3,000.
Wow.
Yeah. Does he get that by the end of the year?
Let's see. We got
So he's only played in
give or
94
take.
games. So he's played in 94 games. Let's break this down a little bit. I'm looking for the record here. What is the Detroit's record? So Detroit is they played a total of 121 games. So right now he would have to almost have a hit in every one of the next games to get that.
I don't. I want it to happen. I think he'll come close, but
I think that's going to be a next year thing. I don't think we're going to
yeah.
get that this year, unless
I,
he gets on a hot streak. I mean, hitters have been known to get on a hot streak.
right. I think he'll
So
come
yeah,
close, but I
I
don't
think
think he'll reach
I
it.
can see him probably getting half of that. I can see him getting about 17 to 20 hits before the end of the year.
Yeah.
So the big question is, he's got one home run left to hit 500. Does he get that? And when? Let's play a little prediction game here, Chris.
Okay.
When will Cabrera get that home run? So let's go back to the let's go to score Tigers. So when do you think? Let's see who he's got coming up here. No, not the roster. Uh, I'm trying to think. So they're playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, my phone's being slow, Chris. So if you could
Uh-oh.
pull up the rest of the Chicago or Detroit
Yeah, I'll do
schedule.
that.
Oh, I got it now. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. So right now they're playing Anaheim.
I can.
Uh, he's got 2 games left with Anaheim, and then he goes to the Blue Jays for 3, Cardinals, back to the Blue Jays, or no, and then home for the Blue Jays to end out the month, and then they go to Oakland. I think he does it before the end of the month.
Yeah, I can see it with the Blue Jays.
Okay, so are you talking like after the Angel series, or are we talking after the Cardinal series when Detroit's back at home?
When Detroit's back at home.
Okay.
I think he would want to do it. I mean, he would like to do it.
Well, you like to do it. You like to do it at home, but you're gonna play. You know, if you do it on the road, you do it on the road.
Right. But I mean, yeah, if it happens, it happens. But I think
Yeah.
he would like to do it at home.
Yeah. And I think the team wants to do it at home because that's the only thing they really got going right now. So, God, it's tough. I mean, I can see him doing it. I can see him actually doing it probably the next couple of days against Anaheim, against the Angels. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, and then possibly you're going the Blue Jays series at home, so the 27th. I think he's going to do it before that. I think he'll do it. I'll go. If he doesn't do it the Anaheim series, I think he does it the first Blue Jay series in Toronto. So, August 20th is what I'll take. So, we'll have to keep an eye on it because if he goes into September with that, man, that's going to be tough. So, speaking of Cabrera, do you believe he's a Hall of Famer if he reaches 3,500 plus home runs?
I think so. I think
Okay.
most of them, a lot of them that reach 3,000.
Yeah, typically
Do go to
3,000
the Hall of
is
Fame.
that. You are right. Typically, that is the case. That's always been the magic number. 3,300 wins has always been kind of that bottom mark that people would get. So
yeah, it's almost like a criteria.
yeah.
I mean, I know it's not, but you can say it's almost like a criteria. Did you get 3,000 home runs? No. Well, that's
like the
down.
benchmark. I mean,
yeah.
So I'm also reading here at A's Basket takes to the hospital after hitting in the head with a liner. Ooh. Hope he's okay. We never want to see anybody get hit, and I'm assuming. I don't know Oakland's Baskets. I believe is a pitcher. I could be wrong. Sorry, I just saw the story right now, but I hope everything's okay. He's probably going to be out for a few weeks, probably. September, not till the end of the. I mean, depending on how bad it is. So.
Well, if Oakland's making the playoffs, and you got a little over a month.
Yep.
Month or so until the season is over, you might want to just send him out before the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
My
speaking of people that we haven't seen in a while, DeGrom.
He just kind of vanished.
Yeah, reports are that something's still up. They're checking MRIs. If you're the Mets, do you kind of just lock them down and just say, hey, we know you're having a record year, but let's just write off 2021 and let's come back next year? What do you think?
Yeah. I think you should. I mean, aren't they in the playoff hunt or no?
They're about a 30% chance of making the playoffs, but
yeah, just set him out.
Yeah, I agree. I think,
and if you have him for the playoffs, great. But
yeah, I don't know. I think right now, I mean, yeah, if you're closer in the playoff race, I'd probably say let's hold them off, but we want you back this year. But I just think he's if I was the Mets, I'd just lock him down. So
Mhm.
that's kind of what I would do. So another guy who's been brought up in a conversation I've had with certain people about the Hall of Fame is Minnesota Twins' own Joe Mauer. So here is his stats: 21,000. I'm sorry, 2,123 hits, 143 home runs. But you also got to remember he's won a batting title, he's won some Gold Gloves, but he's never gotten he never got the ring, never got close to the playoffs. He's a 5-time All Star, 3-time Gold Glove. Uh, Chris, what do you think? Being that he was mainly a catcher for about half his year, the first base. What do you think? Do you think he's Hall of Fame?
I think he is. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think he's. If he gets in, it'll be the last ballot of his career. I mean, he did good things
Really?
for Minnesota. He was the face of the Twins when he was here. I just think the biggest thing right now is if he was closer to 2,500 hits and maybe a little closer to 200 home runs,
Hmm.
I say he's might get in sooner. But you know, 2,100 hits ain't much.
No.
143. I mean, granted, I couldn't do it, but I mean, he did bat decently. He's got 7 seasons out of his 15 careers, or 15 years. He batted over 300, so I mean that's pretty good for him. Yeah, it's tough. If he gets in, it'll be the
A
last.
miracle.
I don't think it'll be a miracle. One, it'll depend on who's on the ballot with them. Who's going to take votes away from him. So
Mhm.
if he had more hits, more home runs, and one World Series appearance, I probably say he gets in, but I don't think he gets in. Um, so with that being said, Chris, about 40 minutes in, you got it. Have you come across any news, baseball related, or something we
Well,
might have missed?
I did come up with something. I don't know what you think.
Okay.
Should they have, like, if a team's winning, I don't know, 16-10, or six, like a low score, 16-4.
Okay.
Should the game just be stopped automatically?
Oh, that's tough and it's been brought up before, but there's been teams that have come back from it. Maybe not that much down, but being double digits. I believe in recent years, if I can recall, I think the Red Sox did that against the Yankees a while back, where they're down. I
Hmm.
mean, it's tough. I don't
I,
know. I
I
mean, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I think at a certain point, maybe the eighth inning, the team that's behind can either say, let's just call it the game, or we want to continue. Let it be up to the team that's behind.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I do believe that the teams can pull their players if they want to. I mean, and just say, hey, you know what? We're not going to run this out. Has a team done it? Probably not. I mean, would a team do it? It'd probably be bad publicity and stuff, and they'd be called whiners or losers or quitters. I mean, so they don't want that label.
No,
I don't know. I just,
but at the same time, too, you don't want to continue the risk of injuring your players,
well, exactly. And that's why
blowing
they,
leads, or not blowing leads, but
yeah, yeah,
all that.
and then you always got the teams that are up by so much. The other team just brings in no-name guy or not pitcher to pitch the game, so the balls are going like 30 miles an hour. So,
Or do
if
like that one pitcher did, just throwing like major slow balls. I think it was yeah.
yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, if baseball did it, I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing they've done. I mean, they've done worse things. So, but
Like the extra man on base during extra innings.
which I hate to say it, it's I don't want to say it's growing on me. I guess I'm more accepting of it. I still wish it goes away.
You're getting used to it though.
Yeah, I get used to it. I still say it should come later in the game after 10, 11, 12, possibly 13 innings and 14 started. Um, I don't know. It's just one of those things that, the more we play or the more they use it, the more I get used to it.
Would you like to see it just like in like postseason baseball?
No, I wouldn't want to see it just in postseason. They would have to do it in the regular season and then use it in postseason. Because that's just one thing that's one thing about football that kind of bugs me too, is that granted you don't want to tie in the playoffs, but they will play until a tie in the regular season, but yet in the playoffs they have to go until whenever. So it's like, why not just let the teams play a full quarter? If it goes longer, go to double overtime. I think ties are, as somebody would say, like kissing your cousin. I don't know.
Mhm.
So
Well, okay. Like, would you? I know they do it in soccer. I heard
a shootout.
like sort of, but
Yeah.
you play one game, and then like the Twins and Rangers are playing. The Rangers are at home and they play, and you have a score. Then you like a home and home, and then whoever had the most points combined.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see. What
So it's like a
I
best
don't know.
of two.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Padres Rockies went final. Rockies won 7-3. Diamondbacks above the Phillies, which I know will make Adam Barber, Jason Barber, and Vic all happy. Diamondbacks up 3-1 over Philly, which I'm surprised Diamondbacks are even up. Giants over the Mets, 3-0 in the top of the 8th. Dirk, what's going on? I hope you're listening. We might have to touch on this next week. What's going on with your Mets? And then bottom of 4, Dodgers Pirates tied at 2. So
Dodgers have been on the skid.
yeah, they kind of been iffy there. I mean, I know they got some distracting news, which I'm not going to get into with one of their pitchers. So let the whatever figure that out. But speaking of the Mets, actually, is Tim Tebow going to re-sign with them after being cut by Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Or is this going to be the last we see of Tim Tebow finally?
I think it's the last time you'll see him on like some kind of playing field as a player.
Oh, okay.
I think he might go back to the broadcasting.
Well, he does do the college broadcast. He does the college broadcasting. I know he still wants to play, and I give him credit for wanting to fulfill dreams and stay relatively in the sports eye. Because trust me, I would want it too if I was in that same boat. You never want to walk away from something you love doing. So,
but also some people said that the reason why he got back into football was
that was
I
for
think
sure
the NFL's pension plan.
Yeah, I think it was more with Urban Meyer being the coach, but
I also think maybe he went up to the coach and said, I don't want you to keep me just because I'm a name.
Yeah.
If you think I don't play well, I'm not playing really well, cut me.
Yeah.
If
that's like an honorable thing to do. I mean, if you're a name, be like, hey, if you don't think it's time. If you think it's time, let me know. I can walk away easily. So
Yeah. Or maybe he's like, coach is like, you're not playing me well. It's like, I understand. And
yeah.
just, there's a lot of things that could happen. I don't know how that went down.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, I know when I finally hung up my cleats. I mean, granted, I'm not a professional baseball player. I was playing amateur ball. I was have I was I should say I wasn't having fun because I still love going. I miss it. I just
Mhm.
want to be productive, and I made the decision myself to kind of hang it up after we had a scheduled doubleheader at the end of the year. I said, what better way to go out than playing 2 games? So, and it was the fact that I wasn't producing, but I still love the game. I would, in a heartbeat, pack up my bags and go play one more game if I could. There's no doubt about that. I would. So, but we're gonna wrap it up here a tad early. But we're about 50 minutes in. Chris, final thoughts. Give us a list of what's going on the rest of the week.
We got Sports Minute tomorrow night, whatever on Wednesday. It's also tomorrow. We got a good lineup. I think the Bone Joe shows tomorrow as well.
Yep.
All week we have good lineups, good shows. So make sure to tune in to Coast, and thank you guys for watching and tuning in, interacting. We love the interaction, and join us next week for another On Deck.
Yeah. So, like Chris said, thanks everybody. Adam, Jameis. I think Isaiah was on earlier.
Mhm.
Thanks for commenting. Keep doing it. Keep watching our shows. Stay tuned. Who knows? We might throw a contest out there again. You can check me out tomorrow on Sports Minute with Ace, J Mac, and Vic. You can check me and Chris out again on Saturday for movie night or movie hour. I'm sorry, it's not movie night,
Mhm.
movie hour. And then again, me and Chris will be on Morning Tailgate with J Mac hopefully again.
And then
And
we'll be on tomorrow for Sports Minute.
yeah, Sports Minute. And then we are talking about having a live fantasy draft with our partners in crime, MI6, that we're doing a fantasy league with. So stay tuned to that.
I think we're working out the time, but I think it's Sunday.
Is it Sunday? Okay, yeah, we're working out
I
time.
think so.
So with that being said, that's crispy bacon. Unless he's in the sun, then it'll be extra crispy. I'm Big B. Thank you again, and check us out whenever. Have a good day, guys.